Today, I'm in Fairfax, Virginia, looking at a piece of sandstone carved with the name Clem. Around this stone are bricks arranged in a rectangle embedded in the ground. Who was Clem? And why is this stone here? Maybe the most surprising thing about this stone is its location in the midst of the Fairfax County Courthouse complex. People pass by it every day and don't even know that it's here. In 1937, Colonel Edward Offley, a U.S. cavalry officer who served in the Spanish-American War and World War I, purchased the Hillier home and 45 acres in the town of Fairfax, adjacent to the Fairfax County Courthouse, and named it High Offley. He retired from his last posting at Fort Myer in 1937 and lived with his family at High Offley until 1968. High Offley House sat directly in front of the Fairfax County Courthouse, facing roughly north. From the front porch, Colonel Offley looked out across a sweeping field that had been part of the Stevenson farm, where, on June 1, 1861, the first Confederate officer was killed in the action at the beginning of the Civil War. High Offley also bounded on the original courthouse grounds, which were sold to Fairfax County in 1798 by Richard Radcliffe, a landowner and merchant who saw great potential in business and development that would be attracted by the court. Over time, the county government grew and the historic courthouse complex was expanded several times. As a result of rapid population growth in the mid-20th century, the county government decided to build a modern administrative complex with a 12-story high office building as its centerpiece. It was a dramatic statement about how Fairfax had evolved from its agrarian roots into a suburban economic powerhouse. The site selected for the new building was directly behind the historic courthouse on several parcels of land, including High Offley. The property was taken by eminent domain, and the old house was raised in 1968 or 1969. The house actually sat here behind us in front of what would become the modern courthouse. The new office building, later named the Massey Building, served as the Fairfax County Government Center and stood from 1968 until it outlived its useful life and was demolished in 2019 and 2020. In the next photo, you can see the Massey Building under construction in 1968. High Offley House is in the trees at the left. So what about Clem? Well, it turns out that Clem was a favorite cat of the Offley family. The stone marks his resting place on the west side of the house in a stand of trees which probably included this holly, which was preserved during many construction projects that have happened since the middle of the 20th century. Clem was a mystery for a long time. It may have been that a stone was left in place because they weren't sure if somebody was buried here. However it happened, the memory of Clem was preserved long after the original house and its massive replacement were demolished.